At last, we will see when we have to avoid having positions in the USD INR option contracts. So when this currency pair will move heavily is only when there is a interest rate decision either by India or by the US. Okay. So when the RBI governor is speaking, there is a quarterly interest rate changes will happen in the Indian banking system. The RBI will fix the repo rate and the reverse repo rate. Why this interest change will have the impact on the currency value, that is a bit larger, broader and deeper subject. We will not touch that here. Maybe like I'll try to make another video that is a bit heavy video, means that will talk about the economics of the country. Okay, means that is a bit larger subject, but you currently you consider that the interest rate changes will have impact on the currency's value. Okay, so whenever the RBI governor is speaking quarterly on the interest rates, or when the Fed chairman in the US is going to speak on the US interest rate changes, the FOMC meetings. So these are the major events for the currency pair movements. Okay. So whichever pair you are trading USD INR means you have to see the interest rate change announcement by the RBI governor in India or the Fed chairman in the US. If you are trading any other pair, means you have to see the RBI governor's speech here, and the other means if euro means you have to see the euro central bank's chairman's speech, like that. Japanese yen means their countries. GBP means it is in the UK. So when you see these interest rate announcements, change announcements are coming, there is a meeting happening, that information is available for India. It is available on the money control, that when the RBI governor is going to speak on the interest rate. That day is somehow fixed, means at least 1 week before we all will know that the RBI governor is going to talk on the interest rates. The bank nifty will move very crazy because the interest rate affects the banks also. Okay, so that affects the currency pairs movement also. Okay, so when the Fed chairman is going to speak in the US, means we know beforehand that the Fed interest rates, the US interest rates, whether it is going to change or not. So normally, like for last couple of months, the RBI event is basically a non-event, means the interest rates are kept as it is, so it is not changing. So it is not impacting the currencies much. But when the interest rate changes, the currency movement will be quite heavy. Yeah? Means last time I think I have seen the US dollar move 2 rupees in a single day. 2 rupees is a major movement. Means you can see there are only like 5 or 6 strikes open for trade. We are doing short straddle, short strangle, even iron fly or iron condor. The if you see the strike difference, it will be somewhere about 1 rupee to 2 rupees only. So when the currency moves such heavily in one direction, any of these strategies will give a big loss. Okay. So during that time, that events are called as a mega events for currency, mainly the RBA governor's speech and Fed chairman's speech. So these are considered as a mega events for the currencies. Means this happens every quarter, means yearly 4 times this will happen. So during that time, either keep a tight hedge if you are ready to take loss, or better not to have any positions in that week, or before the speech you can simply close the trade, and once the movement is already done you can re-enter the trade. Okay, this is as good as like how we are handling our earnings announcement in a stock in our equity segment. See, when the earnings is coming, so better you have a very tight hedge on your positions, or better don't have any positions there, or like a mega event like budget, elections. So these are mega events. So during that time, the market movement will be very heavy. So we would not like to have any short positions in the market, or even we have a positions, we will have a very tight hedge to limit our losses. So these are the only events for the currencies, means you can just take care during the interest rate announcements not to have any positions, or have positions with a very tight hedge and be ready to take a minimum loss. Okay. Rest of the time, mostly the movement will be normal only, means the currency does not move very heavily, means probably per day 25 paisa to 30 paisa movement, means the currency does not move much. The volatility is very low in the forex segment, mainly on the currency segment. Like you can see, per tick is 0.0025, 4 decimals. Even the currency to move, normally the movement will be within the first 2-3 strikes from at the money only. We have about 6 strikes. If you are taking far out of the money, okay, you will make less money, but that is okay, means you are still risk defined. Once you keep on taking the trades in this, during the event, non-event, means you can take the trades, you will get familiarized with, means how the currency moves, because we are all very familiar with how our equity market moves. If you are new to the currency market, just keep a very good distance from the spot. Also, like I have mentioned, that do not allow your options to go for settlement or expire worthless, because there is a time difference between the options expiry and the RBI reference rate announcement. 12:30 the options will expire on every Friday. 12:30 weekly expiry. Monthly expiry is 2 working days before the last business day. So during that time, when the options expire, it expires at afternoon 12:30. I think in the beginning of the video I told 12 o'clock. Sorry, it is not 12 o'clock, it is 12:30 p.m. On the expiry day it will expire, but the RBI reference rate will come at 5 o'clock only. So the settlement happens after 5 o'clock, so you have 4.5 hours left. During that time, if there is any major movement in the currency, you are out of the money, option may become in the money, and probably you might lose some money. Okay, if you are selling. If you are buying, okay, means if the option expires worthless, means when the worthless happens, so the LTP will be just 1 tick above 0. Normally for equity options, what you see? You see 0.05, means that is a 5 paisa tick, no, 0.05. But on the currency, you will find the lowest possible tick. That will be your, like you can say it is a worthless option, like that. Okay, but the settlement will be 0. If it is expiring worthless, the settlement will be 0. So I hope, means I think I have covered the major points of it. If there are any questions, you can post it on this video's comment. I'll see all the comment and then I'll respond to it. And about the Telegram channel, I have spoken in the coming section. Ravi will also speak at the end. So we will see.
Want to meet like minded traders and discuss option strategies, adjustments, and more? Just type in Discuss Nifty in your Telegram search box and join the friendly trader community.
Hello guys, welcome to a new strategy session. We are going to do the trade on USD INR. So you have seen the introduction to the currency derivative segment strategy in the Nifty BN channel. So I am just following up with the trade for that. So right now I have got couple of orders. So one executed, one pending. So what I have done is I have sold a short strangle. Currently the future is at 75.26. So what I have done, I have sold 75.75, which is 50 paisa above this, and 74.75, which is 50 paisa below the future. Okay, so I have got a 1 rupee cushion there. So we have got only couple of days left for expiry. 14th noon 12:30 will be the expiry. So today is Monday the 11th of October. So 14th of October is the expiry. So I am having a 1 rupee cushion here. Let's see, means yeah, the second one is also executed. Let's see how the trade goes. So you can see in the positions we have got both the positions in. There are a lot of other positions, means these strategies are all, I am making a separate video for these strategies. So this is one strategy, means where we have the USD INR trade. So we will go with the USD INR trade. I'll keep on posting the updates, daily updates. So today is Monday. The expiry is on Thursday this time because Friday is a holiday. So we are having a Thursday expiry. So right now what I have collected, just I'll go through the trade, whatever is the trade I'll go through. Let's go through the trade. We have collected a premium of 3.5 paisa on the PE side and 2.5 paisa on the CE side. So together we have collected about 6 paisa. Here you can see in USD, INR, any currency pairs, we collect premiums in paisa. If you see Nifty or any stock, we will be collecting rupees, right? Here we are not collecting rupees, we are collecting paisa. So 6 paisa we have collected together. So you know the individual contract value. So the each contract is 1000 USD, right? So we multiply the 6 paisa by 1000 USD, which will become 60 rupees. So how many lots we have sold? We have sold 50 lots. So together 100, but we have added this. So here there are total 50 lots only. So 60 multiplied by 50. So we have got about 3000 rupees in premium. So that premium will come to our account immediately. So the maximum profit in this trade is 3000 rupees. Means if the USD INR RBI reference rate is between these rates 74.75 and 75.75, then we will take home 3000 rupees. The maximum loss in this trade is undefined because this is a short strangle. So when we do short strangle, we are not hedged. We have not given any hedge for the positions. If there is a huge movement on one side, we will be making a loss. If we make a loss, we can do the adjustment. So what adjustment I am planning is, if the currency pair moves up, consider one way, means the reverse is applicable for the put side. Okay, if it is moving up, so this call will start gaining the value. So we sold it for 2.5 paisa. So right now it is means about one tick less, so we are making a profit. If this starts gaining and if this becomes 5 paisa, now 2.5 paisa we sold, so it doubles. Means what we do, we start moving the untested side, which is the PE side. We start moving that towards the spot and then collect a little bit more premium to compensate for the loss what we are having here. Okay, as simple as that. This is a standard short strangle adjustment. We will do that. There is a modification to that. You can sell more. You keep this as it is, you can sell additional strike closer to the spot PE and then you can collect more premium. That is a little bit more risky, but that is also one of the adjustments we do in short strangle. We can hedge this a little bit above. If we know that the market is moving up, we can limit our loss by simply going and buying 76 CE. So 76 CE if we buy, we will be paying out some premium, but our maximum risk there is capped. Okay, the market can reverse a little bit so that our sold CE will have a chance to make profit. Okay, so these are the things means which we can do like a standard adjustment here. If I am doing the adjustment, I'll make a video and then I'll add it to this same video in the coming sections. If there is any adjustment is going on in the coming section, you will find it. I am not expecting any big movement for another 2-3 days because we don't have any major interest rate change events coming up. No major announcement from RBI is coming up. No major announcement from the Fed chairman is coming up. So if there is some announcement is there, then only we have to worry about the USD INR trade. Otherwise, the movement will be per day 10 paisa, 15 paisa, 20 paisa. It will not move more than that. Today also you can see means how it is moving. It is only 0.18, 0.2% up. So 0.2% up means it is about like yesterday it closed at about 75.11 or 75.12, so it is up by about 11 paisa or 12 paisa. The movement will be something like that only. The major movement comes only on the event days. Last week, Friday, we had a US jobs data. Okay, jobs data does not change the USD INR rate. Okay, the impact will be very, very minimal only. The INR does not get affected by the US jobs. If there is a huge change, yes, it will get affected. But minor here and there, it will not get affected. The US jobs change basically affects the US currency with the other international pairs. The INR pair does not get affected much. Where it will get affected is only during the interest rate change announcements. That time the USD INR will move like crazy. Okay, that time we have to be careful. Right now, such events are not there, so we can like safely be in the trade. Even without the hedge, we can be in the trade. If we are having a one side movement, we have to take action. We will take action. When I am taking the action, I'll update you here. Okay, so let us see means how this trade goes. I'll keep you posted. Take care. Bye bye. Hello guys, we are going to talk about the USD INR short strangle trade which we have taken in the previous section. The position was initiated. So right now what I have done is I have rolled both the call as well as the put, because the USD INR, by to my surprise, the USD INR was moving very, very volatile today. Normally, in a normal day, this much of volatility is not expected in the currency. It took me by surprise. Market is supreme, cannot do anything. This is what it does. So we are here to take the trade. Till we take the trade, I always keep on telling my students, so till we take the trade is in our control. The moment you take the trade, you lose the control. The market controls the trade. What you have in hand is only adjustments and exit. Once you take the trade, you cannot do anything. Either you do the adjustment and reduce your loss and try to make it as a profit, or take whatever loss is there and exit the trade. That is what we can do. Okay, so I have taken the trade. So what had happened is the 74.75 PE. The market was going up, so this put was losing value. So I have booked 1,500 rupees of profit in the put. And the call 75.75 call, that was going into a huge loss. When I closed this, I think I closed it around 7 paisa or something, or 7.5 paisa, somewhere like I closed this. So there was a huge amount of loss, about 5,375 rupees of loss. So together means if I see this 5,375 and 1,500, I think about 3,875 rupees of loss I have booked here. But what I have done is I have rolled this to a higher call and I have rolled this to a slightly close to the money put. Okay, so those positions are here, you can see on the top. So when I rolled to 76 CE, same expiry, I'm just rolling up the calls and I am just rolling down the puts. Okay, so 6.25 paisa is where I sold, but you can see the quantity. I sold double the quantity because 76 is something which USD INR has not seen in the recent time. So 75.80 is the like yearly high for the currency. So I took a risk of selling this 76 CE, keeping a stop loss not in the system, but keeping a stop loss of double this premium. Means if it goes to 12 paisa, probably like I'll just close it with another like 7,000 rupees of loss. So in a short strangle, that's what we do. So we take a position, we'll try to get set SL. If that SL hits, okay, we just book the loss and come out. Plus what we do, we start collecting more premiums on the put side. Means on the opposite direction, you start selling more and then try to collect whatever premium you can and reduce the loss. If the market reverses, okay, it's a bad luck, you cannot do anything. So it's a standard management. What I have done is I have just done a single martingale. So 75.75 I closed with 5,000 plus rupees loss. So together the whole spread I closed at about 3,875. Say 3,900 rupees loss I closed. But what I have done, I went and collected 6¼ paisa. How much is 6¼ paisa? For 100 lots. So simply means you multiply this, just add one more zero here. It's about 6,250 rupees is what I have collected. Means the formula is simple. I know the formula, that is why I am directly telling, but you can do the formula. So just consider this way. Just take the premium 0.0625 multiply by one lot is 1000, right? Multiply by 1000, then multiply by whatever is your number of lots, 100. So 6,250 rupees. Okay. So I collected this. Means that I collected more than the loss what I have taken. And I have rolled down the put for 3¼ paisa. But here the lot size is a little bit less. Means I was coming bit closer to the spot. So I had to just keep the position as it is. When I took this, I think the spot was somewhere around 75, 70 or something. Means it was very close to this. So that time means the put value was 3.25 paisa. So I just took that one. So here how much I collected means 325. Just divide this by 2. Okay. Let's see, 0.0325 multiply by 1000 multiply by 50. So I collected about 1625 plus 6250 rupees I collected on the calls. So together I collected 7875. So out of 7875, how much I have already got is somewhere about 5000 rupees. You can see here what I have done. The profit in the call is somewhere about 4,750 and the profit on the put is 375 rupees. So together you consider that it is 5,125 rupees. So 5,125 rupees I collected. So I am yet to collect 2,750 rupees. Morning I will see tomorrow, means if this trade can be closed, because already I am in profit, because I have already recovered whatever loss was here. That loss has been already covered with this profit, and whatever I am going to get, I am going to get more only. Okay, so this is one trade which I took, and I did a martingale, I did the roll down, I did the roll up. Means all these I have done it in this trade. So this is how like we manage the short strangle. The USD INR does not move much, but this is the first trade you can see means how the USD INR moved. Yesterday the price was, what was showing here was 75.11. Okay, yesterday the USD INR October future was 76.11 here, and it went up to, you can see, I'll just show you the high low. You can see the high where it went 75.78. It went, means it went 60 points. When it opened higher 75.64. You can see the previous close, it says 75.49, but it was not 75.49. What we saw yesterday was around 75.12. I don't know why it is showing a bit different. It went down up to 75.26 and it went up to 75.78. This movement, what we call about 50 paisa movement in a single day, in a normal day for USD INR, is huge. The pair was very volatile. I don't know what is the reason. I have to go and see whether there is any news is there, because normally there is no major news is available now. It's a normal market only. I don't know why it moved so volatile so much. Okay, so because of that I had to do a roll, because the loss, this is a short strangle, so the risk is undefined on both the sides. So if there is a huge move is there, one side will start losing very heavily, and on a 50 and 100 positions, because of the leverage what is inherent to the forex market, the loss was going huge. Why the leverage? Because this is everything is multiplied by 1000. That is where the leverage comes. Okay, and the margin what we gave was very less, so we cannot take that much of loss. We try to limit the loss. Okay, we get a small loss, we don't want to firefight it, we can always come out. In this trade, I just wanted to show that okay, I lose 10,000. If things goes bad, I might lose 10,000, but I don't want to take that 10,000 loss. I have already taken about 3,800 loss. I just want to show how we roll up, we martingale, and we roll down. All the three has been done in this trade. So what I have done, 74.75 PE, I rolled down to 75.25 PE because the spot was going up. So I had to roll this. So I rolled down this. Then 75.75 was giving a huge loss. So I had to book the loss there. Then to compensate for that loss, I have to collect additional premium. For that, what I did, I went to 76 CE and sold double the quantity. Before the quantity was 50 here. So I sold double the quantity and I collected a premium. Means to my expectation was once it goes and hits like 75, 80 or something, naturally means RBI will take action, because RBI will not allow the currency to appreciate too much in a single day. The movement is always gradual unless until there is a news. If there is no news, the movement is normally gradual only. If there is a news, that time before the RBI could take the action, the market will move like anything. Okay, RBI will still take the action and they will normalize it, but by the time the damage would have been already done for most of the traders. Okay, so there was action probably like in the afternoon session. So morning, like it kept on moving up. I'll show you the chart so you will know means how this moved. Then you will know. I'll just show the 5-minute chart. You can see here. Morning it opened gap up, because yesterday when it closed, yeah, it is showing about 48 only. So there was a gap up. Then the completely it was sold into, so it went up to 75.3. So I was very happy in the morning. So 75.3 is good. Then the buying came at this level, and this line, you can see this line is what, this is a 200 EMA. Means consider like that currency moves in technical only. It is a news driven also, but mostly technical. Normal days it moves technical. All your Fibonacci retracement, your moving average bounce, your RSI, everything will work here, because currency market is mostly run by robots, forex robots. So forex robot is not human, means it needs a defined set of rules. So those rules are basically what we say our technicals. Okay, means it works in that way. Then the huge buying came, you can see, means from the low, you can see the low of 75.31. You know where the high was? The high was 75.74. So 75.31 to 75.74 is about 43 paisa. 43 paisa movement from the time about 10:40 to 1 o'clock. 10:40 to 1 o'clock, the market did not look back. Huge up move. You can see from here it is like straight line. It never came down. It just straight line. It moved up. Then I think there was some action during this time by our central bank, our RBI. We don't call central bank, it is RBI. So then it came down. Then it started moving on its own. Normally the movement is like this. If I see the daily chart, it should look like this, because the currency moves in a band. It does not move like a rocket. Okay, let us see the daily chart. You can see it is on a huge up move now. Now it is already on a resistance. This is your huge resistance here. Already 2 times it has hit, come down, then went back. Okay, we are seeing the futures chart. It's not spot, so this is futures. The futures market is a small market. Okay, it is there for everyone. The futures market is a little bit smaller market, at least in India. So the forex market outside is very big. Even at the time of this recording, I am recording at night 10:45. I am recording this. Even now, the USD INR is traded in the world markets, in the forex market. Our market is closed today. Okay, already it is closed at evening. They close at 5 o'clock. Then till tomorrow morning 9 o'clock, you cannot trade USD INR in India. But There is a market outside. They are trading outside the USD INR. So tomorrow, however, it opens, so it will open gap up, gap down, minor, that will happen. Okay. So this is a daily chart. So we already hit a resistance and we are here. Probably like we might come down a little bit or we will consolidate here. Let us see means how it works out. So the firefighting has been already done. So the trade has been doing well right now, means I already covered the loss what I made here and I am already in a profit. So if the market even it goes up tomorrow a little bit, this one is not going to come back to this level because for expiry there is only one more day left. So let's see where the spot is. That would be interesting, means let's see where the spot is. Let's see currency, because the reference rate will come 75.34. This is where the spot is. Okay, 75.34. If tomorrow the market goes up, this rate will also slightly go up. If tomorrow the market goes down, this rate will come down. So our 75.25 put will be in trouble because this will become in the money. I don't want this to become, because I have sold it only for 3 paisa. 3 paisa means I still have a cushion of 75.22, not more than that. I can have a cushion of 75.22 plus I have a cushion here. Already I have a cushion here of about 6 paisa. So the market can go down up to 75.18 or 75.7, 75.18 or 90, not more than, because here I have collected 10 paisa, about 9.5 paisa. So from here 9.5 paisa is what is my cushion. If it goes below the 9.5 paisa, I'll start making loss. Already I made some losses. Okay, so I'll start making loss for this position. Just forget about the previous position. For this position, 75.25 and 76 together on a short strangle, I have collected 625 and 325. This is 950. So 9 paisa and 50 I have collected. So 75.25 minus 950. So somewhere about, you will say 1450, yeah, about 16 paisa. 75.16. If this spot goes, or this spot, the spot here becomes 75.16, then the trade will start making loss. So till that time I will not be in the loss. Okay. Let us see, means I'll try to close this tomorrow in profit and then I'll end this series, because already we have seen 2 parts. So this is going to be the 3rd part. So we will end the currency series. So I have explained that the strangle what is taken and the roll down of the put, the roll up of the call and the martingale. So all the 3 I have shown. I am not showing the other strategies because I have not taken, means I am doing only couple of days just to take the trade and then show you. I cannot show all the 4 strategies. So I have shown one strategy commonly deployed, which is a short strangle, and I have shown the adjustments what is possible, what I have done. There are so many adjustments are there. The adjustments what I have done for this trade, I have shown it here. Okay, so I'll catch you up tomorrow. Probably I'll close this trade. When I am closing, I'll record it. I'll catch you up there. Take care. Bye bye. Hello guys, welcome back. We are talking about the USD INR strangle. This is part 3 of the introduction to currency derivatives series. So today I am going to close the short strangle trade which I have taken in the USD INR. So right now it is at about 4,500 rupees of profit. So we'll close at about 5 paisa, yeah, almost there. So we will try to close this. Exit at limit, we'll say 5 paisa. So we will come out with a minor profit. So this also, like say, we will place the limit order. So we will exit with the 5 only, no problem. So not a big deal. So 6,250 is the max profit we are going to get here, but I am happy with 5750. So I am closing this with 5750, means I am basically giving back 500 rupees of what I have collected. Okay. So we'll buy. So both the orders are there. You can see the order book. There are other roll up trades which I have done for the put diagonal, which is covered in the separate series. So you can see how we are managing the put diagonal. So we have put couple of orders. So one order got executed, that is the weekly order for this week. So we are rolling to the next week. So the USD INR, anyway, the trade is on. So let's see where our price is. 75. Yeah, it is coming down, so should get executed. I have got almost lot of strikes there. Let's see. Yeah, asking for 75, bid is for 5, so there are 61 orders are there. So ours probably might be the 61st order, because so many odd people would have put the order, but should get executed, because see, there is a lot of demand, so it should go up, because there is not much supply is there. You can see there is a huge demand is there, but 76 is like, it's a long shot, means 76 is above the all-time high of the currency. Okay, so it is uncertain, it is unlikely that it will go there. The expiry is tomorrow. Okay, so right now it is trading at 45.45. So it is at 6 paisa. 75.25 is at 6 paisa. Don't go by the futures rate, go by the RBA reference rate. Let us see the RBA reference rate. We'll go to the currency derivative. Yeah, RBA reference rate is 75.34. That is one of the reasons, like 75.25 is trading with a good amount of premium, because the USD INR is down today, about 0.2% down. So the reference rate might also come down. So that is why, means it is still, yeah, it has come to the price, our price where we want that. But there may be few pending orders are there. So those would get executed, but eventually will get executed. So let's see. So LTP is 575. We are asking for 550, 550. Okay, once it gets executed, it will take time. Currency trades are like not very fast trades, so we put a limit order and wait for it. So at some point the movement will be in our favor, and the order will get executed. So once it is executed, I'll come back and then I'll update you on that. Thank you. Hello guys, welcome to the closure of the USD INR trade today. So both the orders were executed today. You can see 75.25 PE was executed for around 5 paisa, 5.5 paisa, and 76 CE was executed for about 0.005 paisa, means half a paisa. So we will see the summary of this trade, means how the trade happened. So what we did, so the trade was on, so this is a short strangle, selling 74.75 and 75.75 when the spot was at 75.25, means 50 paisa up, 50 paisa down. So that was the trade which was taken. So the premiums what we took was together around 6 paisa of premium we took. So the first trade, the next day we took it on 11th. So the next day itself we had a huge up move of the USD INR. So we have lost some money here. So if you see the initial strangle, so the trade was closed at about 875 rupees of loss. You can see here the sum is 875. So this is the 875, it will be lost. Then what I did, then the market came down, means you see the trade was closed at around 7.25 paisa. We closed the trade. Then what I did, once the market came down, then I re-entered the same trade, same quantity. When I entered this trade, the PE trade was still open. It did not close. The PE trade was still open. So what I did, I cancelled that PE trade, and then I took the order, and then I took this trade. So again, I sold for around 4.5 paisa. Okay. What happened? The market was so volatile that this premium doubled and then it went up. So it was very difficult to hold this trade, because in this trade, in this option, there was nothing left to compensate for this. This was already at 0.005, almost at the max profit level, but here this was bleeding like anything on the call side. So then I had to take the loss. So what I did, I quickly went and closed this trade also, so which lost another 3000 rupees is a dump mistake, so another 3000 rupees. So together the trade what was there, I lost somewhere about 3875 rupees there. Then once the market came down a bit, because the market was at somewhere around all time high, means the currency pair, I am not talking about the equity market, the USD INR was almost at the high of 75.80 somewhere, 75.8 it was. So that time what I did, I just rolled this put to a lower put and I rolled this call to a higher call. When I rolled this call, because in the call side lost a lot of money, so what I did was on the call side, I took enough premium to cover whatever loss I had earlier. How much premium I took? Here you can see, to cover the 5375 rupees of the loss. So I had to take a premium of around 6 and quarter paisa, and I had to double the quantity, because this strike I considered that time was a reasonably safer strike. Nothing is safe, but it is only your view. Okay, so I took the view that the market, the pair may not go to 76. If it goes, I have to book additional loss. Okay, means there is nothing like predefined or I am 100% confident, nothing like that. It is a view which I made, it went correct. Okay, so I took 76 CE, I sold it for 6 and quarter paisa and I doubled the previous quantity and I took a credit of 6250. I know that I will be closing not at zero, I'll be closing the trade before I have to give back some premium. So what I did, I took a little bit higher credit for the loss. To cover the loss, I took a little bit higher credit. Then the put, since the market has gone up, so I rolled down this put to 75.25, 74.75 to 75.20, 50 paisa I rolled down and I collected about 3 and quarter paisa. So together I collected somewhere about 9 and half paisa. Okay. So today morning when the market opened, it opened down. Okay. So when it opened down, what happened was the put started gaining. Yesterday the call was losing money. Today the put was losing money, but the put quantity was only less, means because earlier I had booked 1500 rupees profit. There was no need for me to collect any additional premium to cover the loss. So I just kept the same quantity of 50 only. So when I closed it at 5.5 paisa. I took at 3 and quarter paisa and I sold at 5 and I bought back at 5.5 paisa. So I lost in that process 1125. But the call which I sold for 6 and quarter paisa, 100 quantity, that has given a huge profit. So altogether the full trade, how it is done, the initial strangle, then there was a dumb mistake of taking re-entering the trade again, which I should not have done. So this is a mistake, so please don't do this mistake. So I would have captured 3000 rupees more, so this was a mistake. So I thought the market will continue to go down because USD INR had cooled off by that time. You can see 7 and quarter paisa is where I exited this trade. When I entered, it was 4.5 paisa. So when at 4.5 paisa, I thought, okay, this is going to destined to go to zero, and then I re-entered, but the view went wrong. Then I promptly exited this. I did not take too much of a damage. I promptly exited this. Then what I have done is basically I rolled 74.75 to 75.25. So this is the roll for the same quantity. The second roll happened 75.75. It is rolled to 25 paisa above to 76, but you can see the quantity has been doubled. So these are the finer adjustments, means what we do in a short strangle. Means we take the position, we book a profit, we book a loss, we re-enter the position, the view went wrong, again we booked the loss. Then we rolled the put down, rolled down the put, we rolled up the calls, and during the roll up of the calls we did a martingale. Okay, means all sort of adjustments has been done in this trade. So that is why, means I thought it would be a good example, means to show this trade, means how it has been done. So the trade is done and dusted, and I hope the session was enjoyable for you. This concludes the USD INR session for us. I'll catch you up with the another strategy when like we make the strategy. That time I'll just come with a new video with a new strategy and hope we will make more money out of that. Signing off, this is JR. May the currency markets be with you.
Thank you for watching. Please post any questions you have in the comment section. Also, do not forget to like and share the video and subscribe to the channel. To find us on Twitter, Telegram, and Facebook, use the username NiftyBN. Also, we post some of our trades to the community tab, so do not forget to check that from time to time.